It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New England Patriots. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. ETN once more. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Lawrence hitting the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it, and they do so and pick up a 1st down.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is it still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys beyond that circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Thomas, the man in motion left. Now Lawrence to throw. Screenplay. Here's ETN. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Hunter, 34 yards. And the Jaguars take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
What? Yeah. Really, I should probably start a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, it's May. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Here's May. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Elijah Higgins, 50 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go play action with Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sand.
Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stop.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's returnable now for Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. They'll throw with May. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Patriots, first down.
Throwing here is May. And he swung out wide here for Henderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson from 19 yards away. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. That is caught by Hunter. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out and check it down to them. And sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Dallas now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Extra score, Patriots 28, Jaguars 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off
the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That is caught downfield by Thomas.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's second and 10. Etienne up the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now Lawrence. He'll try and do this himself. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Danny Gray.
88 yards.
And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And caught up. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Following the fumble recovery. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the air, May.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. Because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To throw, it's May.
Throw left side to Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw, May. And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On play action, May. Right side, and he finds Gray.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Danny Gray
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Patriots continue to pull away here in this first half. The extra point now for Borregales.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Patriots 42, Jaguars 7.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And Thomas has it. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Jaguars.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, that's Hunter. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to throw again. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Pats are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
13 yards on the play.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
At the 17-yard line.
That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's May. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
We'll swing this out to Henderson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
And the Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kyle Williams, 49 yards. And the Patriots have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after him. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. His throw, a good one, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down after a short pickup. So they take a big chance there, and the result, a modest gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He'll try and do this himself.
It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. And some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it, and ends up getting the ball stripped.
They'll throw with May. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Throwing here is May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Is on for the Patriots field goal.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32.
They look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a 1st down.
call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Back to throw again. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brenton Strange, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jags are able to at least get one score back. Extra point splits the uprights. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And this is secured by the Patriots. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Complete. Smith has it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 40.
Play action. May. And this is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talking about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Myers. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Spinning pass missed him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
He'll take a shot for the end zone, and this is going to be intercepted.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
To throw, it's May.
Throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Finding space at the 40.
And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
27 yards. That's good for a Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's May.
He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw, May.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Jaguars 14.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone, and it's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Marcus Jones there for the tackle. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. He'll drop to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Now back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And it would appear that that 1st-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
2-yard pickup.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got his man. It's Williams.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To the air, May. Running the slant, Gray with it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Patriots 1st down.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Antonio Johnson.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the press.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 10.
Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And hard running is going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bashal Tootin, 57 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.